Hey guys, it's Wednesday, August the 14th. Got an early video for a change. Hope everybody's doing good, having a good trading week. We had news this morning really on the CPI report. Got a report in the morning early here in the U.S. Weekly jobless claims. I don't think it's going to do too much. So depends if it's way off. So welcome to everybody. If you're first time here, my name is Terry. My YouTube channel is FX Starfleet. Thank you for finding me. I do Forex trading, in case you didn't know that. I don't do day trading, I do swing trading, but occasionally there is a trade that sets up during my session, which is New York Eastern time, but not always. So we'll get started with the pound dollar. It's made the move up. It's in a sale, made a couple of opportunities that you had to get a sale. It was right there and right here. So on the sell opportunity, but I'm expecting this to still continue higher. This may just be a retrace before it goes higher. And let's see, the Aussie dollar is doing exactly the same thing. You had two opportunities there to get in. Even right in there, if you wanted, you could have for a short, low risk trade, low risk trade, low risk trade. Now you'd be in the money. On the Aussie dollar, I'm not in neither one of these, unfortunately. Pound CAD, I am in this. I'm long in this. I got in this about an hour and a half ago, I guess it was. Right exactly where it's trading at. So I'm expecting this to go higher, maybe a little bit of retracement. But I'm expecting this to go higher on the pound CAD. So I mean at long, not short, even though there is a short that was right here. Could have got anywhere in here. And you might have made a little bit of money. If you got in on after that candle formed, well, if you got in there at the top, you were fine. But if you didn't, then kind of in no man's land, you're stuck. The pound yen was a sale. You had 1, 2, 3, 4 opportunities to get in short, which I'm looking for shorts. But this is kind of in an uptrend right now, and I'm expecting it to go up to in here, possibly tonight or tomorrow. And that could be the next zone that we get to, because that's where we fell from. Maybe a retest up there. But I'm not in it either. The pound yen, pound CAD, and the euro odd. I'll show you that one. I got in this one last night about 9:30ish, and I've been able to take off half the position on it. And right now my stop is underneath this big huge candle right there, because that made a big candle. That's about 60 pips, that one candle. So when that happens, I like to be up underneath it, because it could retrace that whole thing and come back and even do that candle, and it would at least save me a little bit of money. So I at least got half the position off on that, because it does what it's supposed to do. Start trying to run away. It did pull back, and gave you an opportunity to get in. Pretty easy. Even on that candle, if you wanted to get on that, you could have, but that was during the Europe session last night right there. And this one was during the Asian session, like I said, about 9:30ish. So making good money on that one. The second half is going to make more than my first half, and that's what it's supposed to do. If it works, that's what it's supposed to do. So we'll get back. That's the only two I'm in, is the pound CAD long, the euro Aussie long. Let's see, we did the pound yen. Yes, we did. The euro New Zealand. That was out, that big candles from last night news. You see all the opportunities, but sometimes that doesn't work out. News helped it. If you did get in, you had a low risk trade, but if that had gone the other direction, you'd have got a terrible fill because that happened so fast. So it's just a flip of a coin. That's gambling. So I don't do that. I mean, when I see this, I don't really want to get in nothing like that. I want it to be a slow creeping process. That made a big old candle, continue pushing up, and it should come down. See, there's where we're heading, is right there, which is what I talked about yesterday. Remember I told you, I said, when we have a flush down like this, came up to here, didn't quite get it filled in. Now we're up to where it flushed down, but I think we're going up into here and maybe even close above it before we come back down. And that's on the Euro New Zealand. The Pound New Zealand's got the same exact picture. There's this flush down, and there's this resistance. You think that's where we're going? I think that's where we're heading on that one too before the sell comes. It may even close above that a little bit before it sells. And that's on the Pound New Zealand. New Zealand yen, which that was off of news, so that you really couldn't have got in that thing. So it's been awful difficult to get in that. I'm gonna squeeze it short. There was the retest where it closed above it, retest. So I don't know if we're gonna come all the way back down into there tonight. Maybe down in here before we head higher, or it could be right in here where it's at before it heads higher. It's got a little ways to go before we get to the next resistance level. Of course, I talked to you about the Euro Aussie. Let me squeeze it in. There's its flush down, didn't fill it in. Now we filled it in. What are we going to do now? I'm looking for a retest back up to here. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping it's just going to fill in the half, and then that's where the sale is going to start, somewhere right in there. So I'm hoping to ride this out up to there, because the next support is right down there. These are yearly pivots. For those of you who don't know, if it's the first time here, these are yearly pivots. That one is orange. I don't know what color it is on y'all's. This one's purple. So hopefully this will be a good move on the Euro Aussie if it is going to continue up that way. The Euro CAD is in a sell. I'm not in this trade either. We're going to squeeze this in. But I did talk about yesterday that we was going to come back and retest when we close down. There's the retest. What are we going to do now? Probably go sideways for a little bit. We could get a little bit higher, get a little bit higher close. Let me squeeze this in some more. Whoop, the wrong way. There would be a retest somewhere back up in here. Would possibly be a good sell if it can get up into that. Not in this one. Which there was, you had 1, 2, 3, even 4 opportunities to get in long right there with a low risk trade. These are the ones you have to look for. If you're wrong, you don't lose anything. You can get it. If you're wrong there and it came down, done it again, you can continue to get in. And between all 3 of them, you wouldn't have lost hardly anything if you'd been wrong. You got to keep your trades minimal. Let's see with the Pound Aussie. Now see, we're going to be heading up. We got a flush down somewhere up in here, probably before the sell comes. I'm going to squeeze it tighter. It's got the same thing, so I'm looking for a retest up in here. And we're going to look down low, and it's a good distance away from where it's trading, basically almost in the middle between both of them yearly pivots. Oops, oh, that was too bad. But I'm already in the Euro Aussie, and both of these pretty much go almost the same direction. This one hasn't really moved yet like the Euro Aussie did. There's the Euro Aussie. it's got had a better move. The pound Aussie has not moved as much. So I may look for, this would be my stop loss, is the low of this candle, which is 193.19, and we're trading at 194.27, so that's 108 plus the spread, so you're talking about 112 pip risk. I gotta have it come back down in here, probably around the low 60s, low to mid 60s, which would take it about right into here. Before I could get in. If it runs away, it runs away. Nothing I can do about it. The CAD yen is in a sell. There's one opportunity. There's maybe another opportunity coming up here again to be able to sell. And there's where we came off of, the yearly pivot right there. And I'm going to squeeze it. See, we actually went below it, closed below it, came back, closed above it, retested, and took off. And haven't looked back since. And we've kind of gone sideways since here. It's made just a little bit barely higher highs each time. It's not really gone anywhere. So they may be waiting on something that's tied to the yen. Euro yen is in a sell as we speak right now, and it's crept a little bit higher. There was the higher high right there, come down. Now we made another higher high. Will we come down a little bit lower? See, we closed above, yearly pivot, up here, retested, and we're trying to push higher. The next stop is right up in there. You're a little bit past, you're closer to this yearly resistance number now, as opposed to this one down here. But the Bank of Japan could step in again and drive this thing down, and would be all the way back down in here again. So of course I'm not in that trade either. The Aussie yen probably going to look exactly like the same as the Euro yen, and it does. It's in a sell too right now. That was an opportunity to get in. I'm not sure you would have got anything. Let's see, that high is 97.73. You probably wouldn't have got the exact high. And yeah, you'd have got half the position off, and you'd still be in it, and your stop would be at break even plus $2 or $3. And you just be letting it ride now, hoping it's going to come back down this way, which I may do too, because this high of the arrows is 97.86, and we went to 74, so it could come back and retest that a little bit and give me a low risk trade sell. But I'd have to watch that tonight. I don't know if it's going to happen this afternoon, because we still got a couple hours left during the New York session. But that's the video for today. If anybody's in trades, please monitor them. Take off, whatever you want to, whether it's a half, a third, a fourth, an eighth, 3/4. You got to find your happy place in that, where you're comfortable. And then just move your stops when you can, whenever they do little swings. Kind of like this. See, that didn't make a high. You don't move your stop. Your stop would have been down over here anyway. And it still didn't come down low enough. There's where it made the high. So now you can move the stop up to there from down here. And it didn't make a high there. It came down. Still wouldn't have stopped you out. Made a higher high. So now you've moved your stop up to here from down here. And it didn't stop you out. Made another higher high. But now you've moved your stop to here. You see how this works? And you're actually in this trade. That's why it's swing trading. You're actually in the trade for several days. They didn't make a high there. We did make a high there. So your stop would be underneath either there or here right now. And you're getting close to getting stopped out. But look where you came from. Down here to up here. That's on your second part of your position. So that's how this works. You just have to follow it. If you stay in it, you follow it. But most people want to take off anywhere from 8 to 10 pips, and they get excited because they go, oh, okay, I got money. But you have an opportunity to get, hundreds, 100, or even a couple of hundreds. Because now if you've moved your stop from over here initially, which is 93.25, sorry, and you'd be up to 96.75, you're talking about 400 and something pips, and that's if you get stopped out right there. If this continues higher, makes another higher high, you're moving it over here. So why would you take just 8 to 10 pips? But most people that trade on YouTube, that's what they do. So I don't do it. I used to do that. I did. I was one of them, but not no more. I stopped doing that in 2006, and I've been trading this way, swing trading, since 2007, when I figured out how to be able to do it. So I've had people message me about my indicators, wanting to purchase those. I'm not selling those because I've seen for my own eyes where people have taken other people's things, indicators or strategies, and they may have paid for them at the beginning, but then they turned it, critiqued it just a little bit, and then sold it as their own. That's why I'm not going to sell them. I don't need to. I don't need to sell them. But these right here, these are just parabolic pars. That's all it is. You can get that anywhere. That is a RSI. You can get that anywhere. And of course, these arrows are mine when they show up right here. As you can see, it's not all the time that it shows up. Let's see, the last buy was way down here, and I'm expecting it to come down and fill in at least half of that, which would be down in here. That would be a massive sell if that happens. I'd like to be a part of that when that does happen. And I mean, this could be the start of it. I just don't know. So, but if it is, and you get in, you got a chance. That's why I'm going to look for a sell, because I know if it takes that out, it's going higher. And I would like for it to push up a little bit more, maybe even take that out, but I don't think that it will, just based on the pars, because then the par would actually change, and it would be positive at that point. So that's everything for today. This video is going to be posted in about 15-20 minutes. I should be able to have another video tomorrow. I don't trade on Fridays. I do look to get out of positions if I'm in any on Fridays. And then I look on late Friday afternoon to see if there's a possible position that's setting up for next week. Doesn't happen all the time. Sometimes it don't even happen on Sunday night. But I do watch for those just in case. So I hope everybody has a good night. If you haven't subscribed, please do, but only do if I'm helping you. If you feel that I'm helping you to be able to learn. There's not a lot of people that want to trade this way on YouTube. And you can go on there and you can see for yourself. You ain't got to believe me. You can go in there and see for yourself that most traders want to be in the action, be able to get, they got to get so many pips a day. They feel like they do, but I more than average what they do per day. It may take, a whole day, 2 days, 3 days, like that one trade I just showed you. You'd be in that from over here on August the 6th and here on the 14th, 8 days. And you're still in this trade. You're still in it. You don't have to keep hunting for places to get in. You're still in the trade. Now you took some of your position off early to be able to bank money, but the rest of your position is making more money, lots more money. So we will see you guys tomorrow, and thank everyone who has subscribed. I appreciate that very much, and for the messages through Gmail. The majority of them have been, about 99% actually, have been through my Gmail account. And I appreciate the thanks and the well wishes. So we'll plan on seeing you guys again tomorrow.